Hey, Bats.
I'm Batman.
You know how I make money and you make money?
I'm a billionaire, so I'm
What
not.
if we join forces so then we could become the ultimate money-making machine?
Wait, what?
Damn thing working.
Okay, are we good now? What the hell is happening? What's going on, camera?
What's up, you guys? The Dark Knight here, back with another action figure review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the long-awaited McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Collect to Build Batmobile Batman Who Laughs. Now, I'm not sure if you guys experienced any technical difficulties at the start of the video. My camera has been acting very weird today. All jokes aside, I'm very excited to be taking a look at this figure over here because I gotta be honest, this is one of the coolest comic book characters of all time. As I said at the start, this character is basically a money-making machine. Batman and Joker mixed together. I mean, come on, man. The Joker movie gets away with $1 billion along with Batman having this big, awesome movie franchise. This is a no-brainer. If you guys didn't know much about this character over here, as I've already said, basically a mix of Batman and the Joker. It's basically like an alternate version of Batman that's part of the Dark Multiverse. It was part of the bigger story that was called Dark Knight's Metal. And in that story, it explored different versions of characters through the Dark Multiverse, most notably Batman. So in this interpretation over here, you got Batman as the Joker. Basically, the way how he became the Joker is he, if I remember off the top of my head, he got some of the Joker gas in him after the death of the Joker, and Joker just lived inside of him. Gotta say, it's a pretty awesome read, so if you ever get around to it, I highly suggest reading that comic book. But yeah, did I mention that Batman killed the entire Justice League in this universe? Just saying, Batman is pretty OP. As you can see, though, packaging over here is kind of similar to what we've gotten before. Here was the packaging to the Batman figure, and as you can see, it's a bit of a larger box. I guess it's supposed to fit in for the Build-A-Figure, or the collect-to-build piece, but nonetheless, bigger the better. You got DC Multiverse at the bottom there, along with the Batman Who Laughs, Collect-to-Build Batmobile with the piece along the side over there. And then, of course, as you can see in the background over there, you can see all the different comic books throughout the ages, along with the card of the Batman Who Laughs and the base. You got 12 plus up there, along with the very top, having 22 moving parts, along with McFarlane Toys. At the side over here, as you can see, the window box continues. The Batman Who Laughs, DC Multiverse, and then McFarlane Toys at the bottom over there. And then at the other side over here, the Batman Who Laughs once again, DC Multiverse, and McFarlane Toys. And at the very back, it is a little bit different to the front. As you can see over here, it does show the Build-A-Figure Batmobile, and you can see you can collect them all. As you can see, you got to collect Batman Who Laughs, Batgirl, and Nightwing. Unfortunately, I am not going to be taking a look at all those figures. Anyways, you also got Batman Who Laughs at the top of there once again. Each figure comes with a collectible trading card, McFarlane Toys, and then the wonderful art. And as you can see, I didn't notice this last time, but it says over here which comic it is from, and this one here is from the Batman Who Laughs #1 from 2016. Then of course you have McFarlane Toys' social media over there. You got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I have an Instagram account. It's at the Dark Knight. Feel free to follow it. Then of course at the bottom of here you got all the legalese, I guess you could say, and then the copyright information along with the EB Games price tag. EB Games. And then at the very top, you just got the window box going along. As for the insert over here, you got the look at the Batmobile over there. I'm not going to take it out because I don't plan on building it, but that just goes to show you what it looks like right there. And of course, you got the card over here with the same art that was on the back of the box, and then the base. Now, how's about we take a look at the figure? Very quickly, in terms of accessories, he does come with 2 knives over here, and as you can see, these follow in with what they look like inside the comic books. You got the longer knife over here that kind of has like a curve, and I like all the wear and tear material in there. You can see the grip right there as well too. It looks really nice. I really like the paint detail in these. And then of course over here you have like the Reaper sort of knife, and this looks good as well, along with all the weathering material in there again. And yeah, it looks pretty nice with the grip over there as well too. And if you want to put it inside of his hands, he has 2 open hands, no other hand accessories unfortunately, but you can stick it in there like so, and that fits in there pretty well. And then you can put the other one in there as well too, and yeah, that looks pretty good in there. I know that this Batman is very very much well known to be having like chains for his Robins. If you don't know, he has like little tiny like Joker Robins in a way, and he carries like a whole bunch of chains with him. So it would have been nice to get some chains with this figure, but not too big of a deal. I'm sure I could find some other chains somewhere and I could use it with this guy. Here's taking a look at the head sculpt over here, and as you can see, this very well matches the comic books. He's got like this sort of like brace around his head that covers his eyes. That looks really awesome. I gotta say, the paint detailing on this guy is absolutely fantastic. I mean, that mouth just looks so creepy, man. Anyways, you got the ears as well too. They're a bit of a bendy material, but they still serve its purpose. It's got some really nice sculpting detail in there as well too. I'm not sure if it has any sculpting detail. Yeah, you can even see like there's like little wrinkles throughout the mask. So that attention to detail really does please me. You can even see the eyebrow detail in there as well too. That looks really awesome, man. I absolutely love this thing. But yeah, head sculpt in this guy is freaking awesome. In terms of the rest of the body over here, as you can see, he's kind of supporting that sort of Arkham styled prisoner outfit, I guess you could say. I don't know what they call it, but it's what they have all the inmates wear so then they don't go running off trying to strangle someone. But this looks really cool. I really like all the little like belt pieces, all the little straps that go along. And it's all soft rubber material, so it does have articulation underneath, which we will take a look at. But it's got all the little nicks and gnats throughout, and they're all painted silver, so it looks really nice all together. And just taking a look at the inside in there as well too, and the other side. Has a really nice Arkham feel to it. And as you can see, the wrinkles do continue onto the arms over here, and then you do get the straps in the arms as well. The hands over here do look a little bit white for my liking. I kind of wish that it kind of matched the face over here a little bit more. Maybe they could put some like red in there to like show maybe some blood or something like that. That would have been pretty cool, but I'm sure I can customize it if I really wanted to. I don't think it'd be too big of a deal. As you can see, this sort of vest over here cuts at the waist, and then you do get the wrinkly pants over here. It kind of reminds me of a Scarecrow's pants, which is kind of cool that it has that sort of vibe to it. Then as the vest comes down over here, as you can see, it does have the, I guess you could call it like mini skirt cape. I'm sorry, I do not know what these are called, but you do get all the wear and tear at the bottom over there, and oh my goodness, that is amazing. Just some extra paint in there, and damn, you'll be having a very, very nice looking Batman Who Laughs figure. Oh. Then of course you do get the boots over here. It's got all the little laces going throughout, and then the strap at the bottom there. And this looks really cool altogether. It reminds me of a more down-to-earth sort of Batman, where it has like all the little nicks and knacks all over. And of course you get the bottom of the feet with the two pegals, no treads. But you do get treads on the outside over here, so not too bad. In terms of articulation with this guy, head can move up at around that much. It can move down all the way, which is absolutely fantastic. It's got some swivel in there. You can pivot a whole bunch, which is awesome. It has a butterfly joint in there, so you can kick it up as far as you want over there. Go forward, back, bicep swivel in there. Double jointed elbows, and then you do get the wrist articulation over here. It does have that same ball peg, unfortunately, that is a little bit outwards, so it kind of breaks up the sculpt. But overall, I don't really mind on this figure that much because it's not that noticeable. But it can go swivel side to side, it can go up and down. I mean, it's one of those ball joints that you can basically do whatever you want with. And in terms of the ab articulation in here, sort of like the core articulation, it's kind of hard to tell, but I think he has a diaphragm joint in there, and that allows him to move down like that much, I guess you would say. It's pretty soft in here, so if there is those kind of joints, you can get it to move more. I just don't want to break the figure, just in case. But it can move back around that much, as far as what I'm saying. Oh, I don't like that cracking noise. But you can get it to tilt to one side and tilt to the other side. And I'm going to stop doing that because I don't want to break this thing. Then it can kick forward pretty far, which is pretty awesome. He can kick back very slightly, and then he can do the splits around that much. It does have those specific joints in there they don't like, but nothing much else you can do about that. Do you get the thigh swivel in there very slightly? It's that same joint that we've seen with all the other McFarlane figures. And you do get the double jointed knees, which move in pretty far to say the least. And then you do also have the ankle articulation over here. Same ball peg as the wrist, so you can do whatever you want with it. It can go down, it can go up, you can get a pivot in there. You can just go Tasmanian devil with it. Then of course, it's got the toe articulation in there. Hell yeah. In terms of height with this figure over here, as you can see, he does stand at approximately 7 inches tall to the tip of the ears. Here he is compared to the Joker and Batman that you saw earlier, the Batman being the one from the DC Multiverse line. And as you can see, they do scale pretty well together for the two of them being in the same line. And then just for giggles, here he is compared to the Mezco Batman, and as you can see, he's just towering over this guy. Then here he is next to the Batman Joker Imposter Pop. And as you can see, these two do share similarities since it is Batman and Joker put together. And this one was originally from the Suicide Squad movie. I think it was cut out, but they made a Hot Toys version of it. And unfortunately, they did not make a 6-inch scale version of the figure. So if any toy companies out there are listening, Mezco, Mafex, even McFarlane Toys, if you guys want to make a figure of this, that would be pretty sick. And here we are. Alright, so final thoughts on this guy. As I've already said, I think this is a fantastic action figure over here. Great first interpretation of the Batman Who Laughs into figure form. The head sculpt is probably my favorite part about the figure. I absolutely love how that smile turned out and all the wrinkles throughout the mask. I also do like all the little paint detailings with all the nicks and knacks throughout the costume. I do kind of think that maybe it could have used a wash in the hands, but as I've already said, that's easy to fix. The only real gripe that I would have about the figure is the type of material that they used for the torso. It is a softer material, so it does allow for the articulation, but I feel like that if they went with more of a solid material and just saw the articulated parts, like all the cuts, they could have gotten more articulation out of that. But if I was being honest, I kind of would have preferred this over them having all the cuts and to show the articulation. Because, I like very well sculpted figures, so this is a very well sculpted figure. Only other thing I would say is that the figure is a little bit tall for my liking. However, the paint and the sculpting makes up for all that. In terms of the articulation, I do think it's good enough. It's not the most articulated figure in the world, but man, it's still a pretty good articulated figure. Now, the only other thing that I want to say is that I do feel like that with this figure being a little more expensive, I think this one's going to run you $5 more than the average McFarlane Toys price. I do think that we should have gotten more with this figure as in comparison to other figures, because you know what? The Collect and Connect figure piece, I don't even know what they call it anymore, collect to build. I personally don't think that piece is worth $5. I feel like that they could have added a chain piece that could have gone with this guy, maybe even like a miniature little Robin figure to go with it. But nonetheless, even with the price point, this is still a fantastic figure. So with that being said, what would I give this figure as a rating? Well, taking in all the components about this guy, and the price, the paint apps, and the amount of work put into this figure, I gotta say, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I say that mostly because we have not gotten a version of the Batman Who Laughs in figure form as of yet, so I think that was a pretty good character choice, and I'm very, very happy that they decided to make it. And come on, it's Batman and Joker. Come on, if that's not the coolest thing that you've seen, then I don't know what is. But with that being said, you guys, I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Comment down below, let me know what you thought about this figure. Let me know what you thought about my review. And if you like my review and like my reviews on the DC Multiverse figures by McFarlane Toys, be sure to leave a like down below. And as every YouTuber begs you to do, subscribe, please. But with that being said, you guys, like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate it all. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next video.
Back to me.